everyone. We are in Dothan, Alabama.
I am Jose Rodriguez.
And I am Katie Rodriguez.
Catherine the Great and Jose the Great. YouTuber. Welcome to Dothan, Alabama. We're going to give you guys a drive through Dothan. AKA the Dothan, dog. D to the O to the F to the I to the N. Dothan. Like the doughs are very thin out here. They're just not eating enough. Well, welcome to Alabama. Dothan. Squatted trucks. Squatted futures. This is Alabama. The southernmost large city in Alabama that's close to Florida, not Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile's further south, but it's way the crap over there. Mobile's so far away. I wouldn't even consider it part of Alabama. It's almost Mississippi down there. Welcome to Dothan. Just a quiet day in Alabama. Yeah, you can smell the burnt tires and whatnot. Shout out to all our subscribers from Alabama, from the Dothan area.
Yeah.
We've got a few subscribers in some of the small rural towns right in the outskirts of Dothan. We did some videos out there about a year ago, and well, they're still following us, so thank you for still being part of our team as we traverse America. We're going to ride right through Dothan. Here's Ray's Restaurant. It looks kind of inviting. Cozy. It looks kind of cozy. Here's a church. There's a lot of those in Alabama. It's kind of quiet today. A lot of people, when they consider moving to Alabama, they think about Dothan because it's so close to the Florida beaches. Not an incentive, really. Just so you know, if you're thinking about Florida, just get the real thing. Don't get the knockoff version. People of Dothan, Alabama are very welcoming. They're friendlier than a lot of other towns in Alabama. If I had to pick between Dothan and Montgomery, I'd definitely pick Dothan, I'll tell you that much. Not as much of an economy, but at least the people are more decent. Would you like to have somebody prepare your taxes, Katie?
Not someone in Alabama, but sure.
What's your problem with Alabama? I don't understand why I don't even understand why you'd say something like that.
I don't live in Alabama anymore, so
Yeah.
it'd kind of be redundant.
Yeah. I don't even understand why you'd buy a new truck. You can just drive an old one. Welcome to Alabama, y'all. This beautiful sunny day heading northbound through Dothan. Where are the squatted trucks? I want to see some squatted Silverados.
You get too far south, Jose.
Where's the squatted Silverado? That's why we came out here.
You're too far south.
There's a lot.
Yeah, eventually I'll see.
Dothan's got a lot of squatted trucks. So close to Florida beaches. That's what they all ride down there around.
People
I don't even understand why you'd hire a lawyer. Why would you need legal services when you can do illegal services? I think we got a squatted truck behind us. Let me get out of this lane and see if they'll pass us. It might be squatted. Let's see. No. Oh, dang, just about level down there. Where are the squatted trucks? We came here.
Oh, boy.
I'll call him back. Hey, ¿qué hola? ¿Cómo anda la vida? Estoy grabando ahora, yo te llamo un ratico. Dale, okay. I'm not gonna tell Mama about who forgot.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna get you, boy. What the crap is wrong with you? I was like, what the crap are you doing in Alabama? Weren't they trying to hang you a while back? Boy, you ain't got no common sense. What the crap are you doing in Alabama? Now, you ought to learn your lesson the first time around. Yeah, he won't be. I don't even know how to. I might just tell him I'm in North Florida or something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to lie to him, but dang,
He watches our videos, so he's gonna like.
he'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
There. Can you please grab that, dude? I'm driving.
It's not anywhere that.
It's gonna fly off and break something.
It's not gonna fly off.
It's not gonna fly off. It's gonna stay right there.
It's in the cup holder.
It's in the dump doder.
Yeah.
I could make you drive. Keep that little attitude up. I'll have you driving.
Could I?
Let's go, women swing. You know there's no women's rights here in Alabama.
Okay.
There's no women's rights here and none of that crap. I beat you right here in public. Cop might come by and help me. Now, what'd she do to you, boy? Oh, here we go. That's what you come to Alabama for. It's not squatted, but you get the idea. Got some rock stars on it. There you go. That's why you come to Dothan, Alabama. It's not squatted, but it's got the rock stars. It's got the lift kit. It's getting there. It's getting there. I don't even understand why you'd get the full lift kit. You could just lift half of that thing. Quítate de medio, hacer. Oh, you think your poop don't tank in the damn brand?
You okay, Jose?
Yeah, he think your poop don't tank. He think your poop don't tank. He got that new little Mercedes Benz down there. I don't even understand why you drive something like that. I can't afford it.
Yeah, Church's chicken.
Church's chicken, no. Keeping it real.
Captain Hooks.
Keeping it real as chicken in the hood, no. Church's chicken. Where the crap are the squatted trucks? That's what I came here for. Projects are around here somewhere. This city's got some rundown neighborhoods.
Rally down to the Walmart.
Yeah. This is the center of the city. Like, this should be like the nicest part of the city. It's all run down and old and ragged looking.
The ones who have the squatted trucks are working.
Or on the loop, on the outskirts. Let's drive through here. I want to see what this neighborhood looks like. This looks like crap out here. You might want a GPS on the other phone now. Oh, you're not supposed to use your horn in Alabama, buddy.
Oh boy.
That's a violation of the Alabama code right there.
I know.
You're just not supposed to do that. Okay, so Montgomery's this way. Headlands up.
Continue on US 231 business north for 2 miles.
2 miles.
I like the Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly wiggly wiggly wig. Katie needs to get a job at the Piggly Wiggly Wiggly Wig. Piggly Wiggly.
I think when we were in
Somebody
Alabama,
was
I
like-
applied there.
Somebody was like, we don't even call it that. We call it the pig. One of the local Alabama people. They went on my show recently. We don't even call it the Piggly Wiggly. We call it the pig. But y'all ain't from around here. Y'all wouldn't know. Y'all wouldn't know how to join the clan if you asked me. I'm like, no, we sure as crap wouldn't.
No.
Where the crap are the squatted trucks? Y'all wouldn't even know how to join a clan if it hit you upside the head with a baseball bat. Like, no, we sure as crap wouldn't. We don't even call it that. We call it the pig. These folks are uneducated. They've never been educated. They didn't learn about the northern. Can you believe that's how backwards Alabama is? You guys know that in Alabama they don't teach the Civil War. They teach the northern aggression. I couldn't believe like how backwards you have to be. I was like, are you kidding me? So people here in school, they don't teach you the Civil War. Like in Florida, we learn American history about the Civil War. Here in Alabama, I'm not making this up. If you're from another state, you might not believe this crap. But they don't teach you about the Civil Rights Movement. They teach you about the northern aggression. That's the term that they use in Alabama in school to teach children about the Civil War and the Civil Rights Movement. They call it the northern aggression. The northern folks, they're so aggressive. We were just hanging out here with our friends and they were very aggressive when they told us we couldn't beat people and make them work for free. It was a very aggressive thing these northern folks did. Like, how backwards you have to freaking be, bro. That's literally that just gives you an indication of how backwards Alabama is. Like you might just drive through here, it might look, it looks like anywhere else in America, but when you start dealing with, oh, look at that Silverado, yeah, buddy. It looks like anywhere else in America. This looks like anywhere else in America. Just driving through, you would never tell it's a bad place. It's when you like spend time here and listen to the people open their mouths. Excuse me. It's like when people open their mouths
In a quarter mile,
and you hear the
continue
blasphemy that comes out of these people's mouths. First, they think they're religious. Like, oh yeah, you're religious. All right, buddy. It's like so much hypocrisy in this place.
Yeah.
You know, if you drive through, you see the stores and the businesses. It might look like anywhere else in America, but believe me, these people are on some other crap, man. They've been brainwashed. You know, these people have completely been brainwashed. Like Boozy would say, they've been hypnotized with hatred, man. Boozy will tell you they've been hypnotized with hatred, man. They bad. But Dothan's all right. Dothan's not as bad as other places in Alabama, but still, like, it's like after a while, the level of frustration you're gonna deal with if you move to Alabama. If you're watching this video because you're thinking about moving to Alabama from a decent place, maybe you're concerned about housing is expensive, jobs don't pay enough. There's a reason why life is difficult where you live, and the reason it's difficult is because you live in a place where everybody has to give their best. The thing about Alabama is it's easy. Like, here's the states that have the highest percentage of disabled people. And you can look this up if you don't believe me. Number 1 is West Virginia. Here are the states that have the most people, where almost 20% of the population is taking a disability. Now, I don't know how 20% of your population ends up being disabled. It's about more than twice the national average. There's disabled people, but in America, when you tell me an entire state, 20% of the population happened to get disabled, what were they doing? You know? How? These states, they're just, from all along Appalachia, you're talking from, and you can look this up, don't take my word for it, Kentucky, West Virginia, Alabama. These states have the highest percentage of people that are taking a disability benefit from the government. In the case of West Virginia, almost 20% of the people are disabled. How the crap? Can you imagine a place where 20% of people are actually physically disabled? That is ridiculous. That's not even possible.
What's the percentage for here?
They're lazy.
No,
Alabama?
Yeah.
It's in the top 10. It's in the top 10. I'm not sure exactly which state. Well, I don't remember off the top of my head these statistics, but look it up if you don't believe me. Look up which states have the highest percentage of disabled
I don't need to look it up to believe you.
Right. But there's the reason life is, houses are cheaper, and it's because people don't have any expectations. They're not trying to get a house. They'll get a disability and then they won't get a house. They'll be like, well, I gotta stay in my trailer because if I get a fancy house, they might take away my disability. So they'd rather live in a trailer to get a disability than actually go out there and get a house and it's just like the amount of hypocrisy that's involved of living in Alabama. If you're from for them it's normal. That's the way life works for these people. But if you're from somewhere else, I ain't trying to live off the government. I don't give a crap about Section 8. I don't give a crap about no food stamps. I'm trying to get a mansion. I'm trying to live good. I'm trying to like do something different. I'm trying to make me live good. I'm trying to get other people to live good. So like when we moved to Alabama about a year ago, we were like trying to take advantage of affordable housing. You can make a lot of money because nobody wants to work, so you can make more money.
2 years ago now.
2 years ago. What? Oh yeah, that was 2 years ago from the time we moved. Yeah. So we were trying to take advantage of all these affordable things. Like, housing is affordable. Great, right? Oh, that sounds great. Oh, you can make a lot of money because nobody wants to work. Well, that sounds great. I'm a hard worker. So in theory, it all sounds beautiful at first, but in practice, after a while, your brain's gonna explode when you hear somebody use terms like, well, the Northern aggression, they were very aggressive. No, you were very aggressive. You had millions of slaves, you idiot. Who was aggressive? You were. Who was aggressive? You were aggressive. You had people living. Come on, man. We just wanted to keep our ways. Yeah, your ways of exploiting other people so you don't have to work. Come on, man. Get out of here with that crap. But that's just the type of crap you got to deal with in Alabama. And nowadays, it's on both sides. Like, now, it's almost like, it's a can of worms, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, let's just not even try to talk about this while we're here in Alabama. But it's like, they're like, I go through my comments, when I go through my Alabama comments, you know, and obviously not everybody in Alabama feels that way. That's the other thing. But I look through some of these comments, and I see stuff like, well, it was beautiful in the 1960s, and then they changed everything up. Everything went to crap. We had a beautiful thing going on here. We had the dogs and the fire hydrants going up. We were just doing a great thing here. Everything was beautiful in the 1960s. The whole idea that, you know, it's not even worth explaining it. It's just like, yeah, housing's cheaper. Yeah, life is easier. Yeah, you can save more money. But you're going to have to deal with some mentalities. You know what I mean? It's not worth. First, if you're like retired, it doesn't really affect you as much because you're not part of the workforce. So you don't have to deal with workplace politics. You know, you're not going to have to deal with a workforce. You're not going to have to deal with education system. None of that. It's more bearable if you're retired. But if you're not retired, if you're like, you got family and kids and stuff, you don't want your kids like learning all that stuff, do you? I wouldn't want my kids to learn that stuff. You want your kids to learn about the northern aggression? You want your kids to learn about other things about living in Alabama? Like, oh, you can't talk to their folks because they're from the other side of town? We don't talk to those folks. I don't even understand why you do that. You know, I've heard things in Alabama like, well, you should just know that's wrong. You should just know that that's a wrong thing to do. You should just know that. You should just know that you're not supposed to do that. I can't even understand how a woman could want something like that. You should just know that's wrong. You should just know that's a wrong thing to do. You should just know that's wrong. Really, it's wrong for a man and a woman to like each other? I don't understand. Well, you know, they're not really. You should just know that's wrong. Like, something in your brain should just tell you that. Maybe something in your brain should tell you you're wrong, you idiot. Like, living in Alabama is frustrating. It was a very frustrating experience. And if you're thinking about moving to Alabama, you should definitely. That's a good cover photo right there, whatever crap that is. But, and of course, not everybody in Alabama has those mindsets. And the good people, there's great people in Alabama. And those good people in Alabama, man, they gotta deal with this every single day, bro. Like, it's easy to be a good person in Florida. It's easy to be a good person in a lot of places. It's easy to be a good person in New York City. That's what people don't understand about Alabama is if you're a good person in Alabama, that's been tested. Really, like it's well, I'm not like that, but I live in New York City. It's not. You don't have to be like that in New York City. Try to come here in Alabama and not deal with that, and not become like them. And because they're trying to force you, they're trying to shove their way of thinking down your throat, and they're trying to show you that, hey, if you don't, you're gonna have consequences for not living the way they live, for not believing what they. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna make you an example of, well, you should have just known not to do that type of thing, you know. But, and again, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but not everybody in Alabama is like that. But the good people in Alabama, they're tested. It's easy to say, oh, I'm not like that if you live in some other state. If you say that in Alabama, the same exact statement you can make in New York City or Florida, come over here and make it in Alabama, and you're going to watch, you're going to lose your job, you're going to have people try to run you out of your neighborhood, you're going to find out, you know, you're going to go to a restaurant and they're not going to make your order, you're gonna find out. For a fact, you're gonna find out that that's an easy statement to make when it's not being put to the test. So I feel like if like the people in Florida or New York who feel like, oh, we're not like that, if they were put in the same situation as people in Alabama, then it would be the same percentage of people in Florida would be like the people in Alabama, simply because it's a very difficult battle to put up. And most people are going to go with the easy route of going with the flow. Like when you live in a place where you're being pressured to be a certain way, you're going to go with the flow. Most people are going to. I'm not. That's why I had to leave Alabama. I could have definitely gone with the flow. I could have just been like, oh yeah, sure, we're not going to talk to those folks over there. Well, they're not like us. They're so different, you know. I could have put up a little flag in my front yard that meant something to these people, and I could have put a little bumper sticker in my car, and I could have done a few things, and I would have flown under the radar. And there's a lot of people that do. They come to Alabama from somewhere else, and they put on a hat, they put on a bumper sticker, and they're good to go. But I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. You understand me? I am the way I am. I'm not going to become somebody I'm not. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I'm not going to pretend to hate somebody I don't hate, because that's the way the place wants me to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Alabama didn't work out for me, because I'm not going to put on that little hat. I'm not going to put on that bumper sticker. I'm not going to put up that little external symbol of pretending to be somebody I'm not. And a lot of people, they'll do that, and then they're left alone. But me, when you ask me, well, what do you think about those folks over there? I'll tell them, they're just like me. They're not no different than me. You know, I look at the heart of people. I look at their work ethic, their heart. Are they lazy? Are they hardworking? Do they do something good for society, or are they doing something bad for society? That's how I look at people. I don't look at people from their external appearance, but that's why Alabama did not work for me. But if you're willing to compromise those things, then you'll be all right in Alabama. The reason Alabama didn't work for me is because I realized that, okay, now I got to pretend to be somebody I'm not. Really? Because I could have definitely made Alabama work, but it would have taken compromising my values as a person, selling out who I am as a person, pretending to be somebody that I'm not. I don't fly with that. You know, I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I'm not going to put on this facade that I'm a certain persona. And what's sad is that I've ran into places where I've moved to a place in Alabama. I realized that a lot of the people around me in Alabama, they did the same things, and they like the same things as everybody else everywhere else. They're no different. They're really not. But they have to practice those things in secret. With the few, you know, they have to keep that underneath the rug. But in reality, they're not no different. People of Alabama, I'm telling you, people are people in New York and Alabama, Florida, wherever you go, Mexico, Canada, we're all the same people. We're all the same. Just in some places, you have to go about yourself in a different fashion. We're all the same. And if you look at the color of a person, the texture of a person, or the smell of a person, and you judge them by that, then you're judging by a superficial thing. Deep down, we're all the same. But what's different is that now, in a place like this, I feel like, at least from my experience of people that I dealt with, they were pretending to be somebody they weren't. They were pretending to be somebody that was far from who they were. But because everybody's afraid of the next person, now you got a place where there's 5 people that every last one of those people, they really want to live a different lifestyle, but they can't live it because they have to pretend that they're not who they are. And, you know, open to interpretation. I wasn't really specific about anything. But it's the same. People are the same everywhere, but every state has different laws, and every state has different cultures and customs, and And there's great people here, and there's bad people here like anywhere else.